Cricket 24 released on the day the 2023 World Cup started. 4 years ago, another cricket game came out with the 2019 World Cup, arguably the most popular modern cricket game, Cricket 19. Have Big Ant made any major changes in 4 years, or does Cricket 19 destroy 24? Let's find out. Cricket 19 is the odd one out among all Big Ant cricket games. Every other Big Ant game tries to be the most realistic, while 19 tries to be fun as well as realistic. 19 reminds me a lot of cricket games from the late 2000s, Cricket 2007 especially. That wasn't the most realistic game, but still most of us played it for a good decade and a half. 19 follows that style, a style where the game is fast-paced, bright and fun. But because of that, it is a little underrated. Make no mistake, Cricket 19 has just as good gameplay mechanics as Ashes 17, but it just has a different style. Let's start with batting. Shots in Cricket 19 look like they are being played by batsmen like Yuvraj and Sky. It is just beautiful to watch. From the bat swing with a lofted shot to a punch of the ball, every shot is beautiful. Batting is Cricket 19's strength. You can bat and bat and bat and never get bored, especially if you're playing T20 and other forms of limited overs cricket. Batting is slightly easier than other Big Ant games, so in Test cricket it's not as challenging as it should be. You don't need to leave deliveries or defend, which is not very accurate to how a Test match should be played, so it doesn't manage to keep your attention there. But what is accurate is T20 batting, with balls flying to all corners of the ground, batsmen playing the strangest of shots and bowlers who just don't know what to do. You play this for a month and you can master it. You'll start hitting balls to the roof, but at no point does it get boring. One of the most underrated things about batting in 19 is, as I said, shot animations. Almost every single shot looks amazing, a chip over the covers or a brutal pull shot. And not only that, the trajectory of the ball, the way it flies off the bat. When you play a lofted straight drive, play just a fraction of a second early and it will go a mile in the air, but not very long. If you time it a fraction too late, then the ball will go flat. You'll not get as much elevation as you'd like. Little things like that add so much to batting. And it's not just aggressive shots either. Proper cricket shots like drives and cuts look amazing as well. The cover drive especially looks like it was played by one of the Fab Four. Batsmen were also very responsive. In Cricket 22, for example, sometimes when I try to play a lofted flick to fine leg, the batsman ends up playing an uppercut, which is funny, but when it happens for 2 years, it makes you want to punch a wall. Batsmen are responsive even when running between the wickets. When you cancel a run, they turn around and go back like a professional athlete. Whereas in 24, when you cancel a run, they don't turn around like human beings at all. They take a U-turn like a truck and then slowly get back to the crease. But the good thing is, fielders are also painfully slow, so you won't get run out. Batting in Cricket 24 has been a mixed bag so far. There are so many bugs. Nothing game breaking, but almost every 5 minutes you will be face to face with a glitch. Till now it hasn't affected gameplay, but let's see. Ground shots are very underpowered, so even if you time a perfect cover drive, it just is impossible to beat the cover fielder. In fact, beating the infield is near impossible on hardest yet. You just have to take the aerial route to score boundaries, because no matter how well you play a drive, for example, all you will get is one run. Some shots are on the opposite side. They are super overpowered. The pull and cut shot are magical here. The ball flies to the boundary in a fraction of a second. Shots behind the wicket, flicks to fine leg, pulls, late cuts, all these have magical powers almost. You can hit the ball very hard, unrealistically hard, while shots in front of the wicket, straight drives, cover drives, flicks to mid-wicket, have zero power behind them. If you can clear the 30-yard circle, you deserve a medal, because it has been impossible so far for me. Shot animations are also mixed. Sometimes it's stunningly realistic, like the lofted straight drive, but sometimes shots make no sense. The batsman will play a cover drive, but his head will be pointed towards mid-wicket, so it's definitely not as accurate and as pretty as 19. Because this game is heavily inspired from 22, batting in Test cricket is still just as fun and just as challenging. You need hundreds of hours to master all the little details in batting. AI bowlers for some reason keep bowling outside the off stump. The majority of your shots are through the offside, which is kind of annoying. You'll end up playing 8 balls out of 10 on the offside. Unless the bowler is literally bowling outside the leg stump, you can't play it on the leg side. Either that or you have to walk across, which kind of feels like cheating. It makes the game way too easy and way too boring. Timing is slightly different here. You need to play the ball a little later than 22 and 19. Spinners are quicker, so be careful if you've been playing 22 for a while. You will be playing the ball too late. I think Cricket 19 easily has the better batting mechanics. It's more realistic, it's more fun, it works better. The only area where 24 is better is Test match batting. Now let's get to bowling, and to be honest, I don't like bowling in either of these games, at least for now. Remember when I said Cricket 19 is like cricket games from the late 2000s? Well, its bowling mechanics are exactly like that. Not too much depth and somewhat boring. The problem with bowling in 19 is that it always feels like nothing is gonna happen. Nothing exciting happens. Sometimes you can bowl for 25 overs and barely beat the bat. No LBW shouts, maybe 1 wicket, and that too a catch at the deep, which is the least exciting way to get a wicket. You don't see the ball swinging in, going in between bat and pad and knocking the middle stump over. You won't even see spells where the bowler keeps beating the batsman with the new ball in a test match. It's just that nothing entertaining happens even in shorter formats. Forget about bowling in Test cricket. You will fall asleep while playing the game. That's how entertaining it is. Cricket 24's bowling has one major advantage. It borrows a lot from Cricket 22, which had a pretty good bowling system, and a little from Ashes 17, which had a downright great bowling system. Unlike 19, you will feel like you are always close to something entertaining happening, whether it be a wicket, a swing and a miss, a close LBW call, the ball going an inch away from the stump. All that will keep you engaged, and not only that, you will be all oohs and ahs every time you bowl here. But because Cricket 24 is not as polished as 22 and 17, it is frustrating here and there, and I think it will be frustrating for a while until they fix minor issues with patches. Bowling in a test match in 24 is 10 times as much fun as 19. Cricket 24 will win this round. It's more engaging, it has more depth, it's somehow almost as much fun as batting. Cricket 24 and Cricket 19 are both beautiful games, so it's going to be close when it comes to graphics. Graphics in 19 can be a little cartoony, players' bodies, the crowd, and sometimes even stadiums can look a little silly, but the really surprising thing is how well detailed licensed player models are. In 19, when you sign in, you get a close-up of an English or Australian player, and no matter who it is, they all look fantastic. I've never really noticed, but because 24 has made photogrammetry such a big deal, I looked close and found out 19 isn't half bad when it comes to players' faces. Lighting in 19 is also over the top. It's not the most realistic, but it is beautiful still. 19 has great lighting no matter the weather, the time of day. It looks great when you play a day game, the same for a night game. Sunny or overcast condition, the game manages to be stunning. Cricket 19 is underappreciated for its graphics because it doesn't go for a realistic look. It goes for a fun, beautiful look, and it pulls it off. When you're playing at Lords, everything looks perfect. From the ground to the sun, everything. Cricket 24 doesn't try to be artsy or anything. It tries to look as much like a real live cricket match as possible, and I have to say it does a great job. The newly licensed Indian stadiums look just as good as the MCG or Lords. Player models obviously are on another level. The lighting in 24 is a clear improvement from 22. The actual ground looks better from the grass to the pitch. I like how a grassy or a dry or a dusty wicket look different from each other, more so than 19 and 22. For me, Cricket 24 looks slightly better. but this is all personal taste. I don't think objectively 22 looks so much better, but I just prefer the way it looks. I don't think we need to compare career modes. 24 easily has the better career. 19 is just a set of match after match after match with nothing in between. 24's career is nowhere near perfect, but it is clearly better. So Cricket 24 wins this comparison, but I know a lot of people will prefer 19 more, but I think 24 is a little better. If you want to see Cricket 24 compared with 22, click the video on screen. For now, subscribe for more comparisons, reviews, gameplay from Cricket 24 and more. Thanks for watching and have a great day wherever you are.